Okay, hi guys. So I'm just getting ready to do another interview today, so I can remember my Gramps forever of my lifetime. So I'm just getting ready for the interviews. And by the way, the date is the 29th of the 2nd of /20. Thank you. Okay, Gramps. What was it like when you were 7?
When I was 7, the world was very, very different. It was a lot slower, a lot quieter. There weren't as many cars, and we used to do things very differently. The way we lived was a little bit different because we didn't have as many toys and things that you might have now. We had a very, very different family lifestyle. We lived on a big property in Montrose, which is on the mountain that you can see just up here. And I had one sister, and we used to live in a very, very different way. We didn't have heating like we have. We had an open fire, and we cooked on a wood stove, and it was all very, very different.
Okay. What was your job when you grew up later on in life?
What was my job when I grew up? When I grew up and left school, I was 18 when I left school, and my first job was as a land surveyor, and I worked at that job for about 10 years, and then I went back to school and did some more study, and I became a draftsman.
Yeah.
And I was drawing plans for people's buildings, and
wait, you also designed Lilydale Lake, I think.
I did, and after that, because I'd learned a lot about surveying and a lot about building, I got a job designing Lilydale Lake, and that was designing the landscape. In other words, where all the trees went and all the boardwalks and paths and things happened and how we actually built it. So I managed the building of that, what they call, it's a project, so they said project management. I did that for many years until I retired.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, number 3. Where did you go on holidays when you were my age?
Oh, when I was 7, we used to go to a place called Rosebud, which is around Port Phillip Bay, just south of Melbourne. And we used to go there with my grandmother and all my aunties and uncles and all my cousins. And there were 9 aunties and uncles in our family. So there were lots and lots of cousins. And we used to go and stay in a big tent on the beach for 4 or 5 weeks every summer. And that was lots of fun with the cousins.
Okay. Number 4. What school did you go to?
I went to Montrose Primary School, which is not very far away from here. I started Montrose Primary School when I was 6, and I then went on to Mooroolbark Technical School, which is also very close to here. And that was my second school until I was 17, and then I went on to Swinburne Technical College, which is the earliest school where Daddy works now.
Okay. 5. What house were you in at school?
I was in a Linda, which was red, the same as your t-shirt. I was in a Linda house. We had a Linda, Maroondah, Sylvan and Yarra, but I was in a Linda, which was red.
I think he said he was in red, was he? Yeah, I'm blue. Okay. Number 6. What year were your parents born? You only need to do one this time because I know when Rose was born.
Yes,
we watched her funeral,
you know
and it
Rose
said
was
1918
born 18.
to
Well,
2012.
Gramps
so
was born in 1909.
1909.
On the 25th of August, 1909.
Wait, so 1909.
09. Yeah.
Wow, that's really long ago.
So that would make him 111 now.
That's old.
Wow. And Gramps was born in Elstonwick in Melbourne, and he lived in and around Melbourne for all of his life.
Okay. What countries have you visited?
We've been to Vietnam and Thailand and New Zealand, and a little while ago we went to Norfolk Island, which is out in the ocean.
Okay, what holidays... No, sorry. Why is it holidays all the time? What hobbies have you done at my age?
Hobbies at your age? At your age, I think my favourite hobby was riding my bike, riding my push bike. And then I started to play football at school, at the primary school. And I think probably, and I did actually start to play tennis.
Really?
When I was 7. And that was at the Montrose Tennis Club.
Okay.
How's that, eh?
Yeah, and you know what?
What?
I think I remember once we had a sleepover and I bring my foot in, we did a couple of kicks, and you know what? Next time we have a sleepover, I might be able to bring a couple of tennis balls and my racket, and we might be able to have a couple hits, and if we're lucky enough, we might be able to find tennis courts to play at.
If you come up for a sleepover, I'm going to organise a tennis court so we can go and play. Okay, promise you.
6 minutes, but we can maybe do it.
So these are really good questions.
Yeah.
So have you got lots more questions for me?
No. We only I could only think of 8, unfortunately. But like I said, I was trying to think of other ones. Didn't matter. So.
I think you might have covered everything.
Yep.
Well done, interviewer. This is very, very special. I think you might be a TV producer one day. Could be. So you're going to give me a special hug so we can sign off on this interview?
Yes.
So this has been a very special interview with my very, very extra amazing young grandson, Flynn.
Thank you everyone for watching this interview. Really hope you really enjoyed it. And hope you enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you, everyone.
Well done, Mr.
Thank you, Flinny.